Hello there, my name is Richard. The first time you see my channel, I used to review cartoon series, anime series, so sup and computer random, and today we're going to talk about Harriet the Spy from Apple Plus original animated series. And this series is sort of nostalgic for me because I kind of grew up watching the movie of Harriet the Spy. Was one of those movies was perfect casting, but it wasn't well written. Maybe because the book series of Harriet the Spy wasn't the best written type of character, because I never read the book. I did do some research about the book and how people feel about it. Usually it's sort of the same, talked about that. It's interesting, kind of fun, but the only problem is Harriet's type of character is sort of hard to sell because it's a character is sort of complicated. Big example that Harriet is the type of person who sort of stubborn, or sort of, I don't want to say narrow-minded, more tunnel vision type of character, that she wants to do something her way and only see her direction, but she never really opens up for to see a different people's opinion. It's the best way to describe Harriet. But it's a character that you can make it work, because I've seen other characters before her done sort of complicated to make it likable but still well executed. One of the big example, Goku from Dragon Ball Z, because Goku is the type of character that you should hate but then you like, because he's sort of kind, sweet, but very dumb, because he always makes very bad decisions that can easily piss you off. In Harriet, it's sort of the same thing. And I think the Apple Plus animated series of Harriet the Spy knew this pretty well, and they did it the best way possible. I feel they kind of understood that enough to make Harriet a very likable, or at least interesting character. Because let's face it, Harriet the Spy, the franchise, was always been sort of meh, because it's a franchise you know exists, but the franchise that you're not 100% excited, you just sort of interested to go in. And that's the best way to describe it, because Harriet the Spy used to be just meant for children, because I sort of hadn't written how sort of respected as a child in New York who wants to be sort of a spy because she wants to be a better writer, and she's spying other families, other neighbors, her friends, to actually help her write in a journal. But this is the reason why I think that's sort of hard to pull up, because it could be a little bit kind of unnerving. A child who breaks in the house of someone just to observe and study them. It's a little bit creepy. It could be a little bit like, what are you doing? Why you keep breaking? It doesn't make sense. But I think that's one of the major problems with Harriet, that they really didn't know how to do that. But in this animated series version of Harriet, they should have tried to do better, and they did. You feel make her a little bit more likable or more interesting, because at the very end, she's still a simple child who wants to know how to write, thinking she easily spy other people to understand different cultures, different things, or experience new things to become a better writer. I just wish they go a little bit deeper what a writer should do, become even better. And I feel that little thing they could add to it but never did, like, it's a reason why Harriet needs to keep writing, is that it's sort of something every writer need to do, is write about 500 pages a day to become a better, write a better narrative story or better characters. Keep writing every single day. And that's what basically the point of Harriet. But I have to admit, the animation was pretty good. It's something that I feel is something straight out of the book of the original Harriet the Spy. The sort of same kind of art style they're trying to present. Especially how well fluent and beautiful it really is, because it feels sort of kind of scrapbooky in some way. Something like you could really feel cozy sort of art style. I love it. They never cheap, because this is Apple TV. Apple TV is never cheap. They know to put the money to make it good, and I'm glad they did that. Now the show itself, it's short. It's sort of 5 episodes, and Harriet is sort of kind of likable. It's one of those things that can make it or break the show, and I feel she does make the character likable. But the only problem is the first episode is sort of rough, trying to understand how to build by Harriet, how she does things, and you do have that sort of charm, that sort of kind of like grunge music to help her out, understand what she thinks, everything. But at the end, I feel that it was charming enough to see all the positives and the negatives. Also, her side characters like Ogali, that her basically her nurse or her nanny that she take care of her, and I think she's the only one who always gives Harry back all the time, always supporting her, always giving wise knowledge, how to become a better writer, how to become a better spy, to understand to how to write. And that is sort of interesting because they really use her in the series as sort of a kind of a conscious, the way to understand how life should work for her. Yeah, I love that. I love that sort of relationship, sort of teacher-mentor kind of relationship of Ogali and Harriet, because they have sort of charm. It's almost Ogali was like a second mom to Harriet, the one she really respects and she understood, because their relationship is really strong. She's a little bit in the series, but she only appears when she meets Harriet, who needs sort of guidance. That I feel was okay. It was enjoyable just to see her, especially in the movie play of Rosie O'Donnell. That she did okay playing Ogali, but she never felt that sort of mothery, sort of that I'm your conscious type of character. This one they really nailed it. Now, the rest of the cast of Harry the Spy, like Harry's friends, Gibbs and Ford. Now, Gibbs is basically Harry's right-hand man and also sort of the genius in the group. But the only problem is you get enough to know her. Even you have a sort of kind of dedicated episode of her that she was sort of tired of Harriet always taking the lead, and when she likes something, Harry doesn't want to. It's sort of understanding she has his own personality. But once more, you never really dig into me because this is sort of a respective point of view of Harriet, so you really don't get her point of view, just like a small piece of it. In other words, you never get into her personality. And also you have Ford, who is basically the peacekeeper of the all three friends, but you don't really get to know him that much. He's sort of the guy always trying to keep everything in peace and always get along pretty well, and that's pretty much it. I think that's the maybe major problem, because usually you get Harry's point of view, not her friends or any other side characters. You just see what she sees. And I think that could be sort of troubling if they want more deeper depth in the characters. But once more, that's something usually happens if you focus on the main character, because it's always on her point of view. Although that the other side characters are basically what you need them for, the angry type or the happy type. I really go that much deeper because you really don't know much about them. So that's pretty much I can actually say the rest of the cast. But at the very end, this series is sort of enjoyable. A little bit rough the edges, but it's something if you're a fan of Harry the Spy, you probably will not disappoint. Or you just like me, you feel the Harry the Spy always been sort of meh. Kind of maybe interested or maybe not. I can't really recommend it, but if you do have Apple Plus, I strongly recommend it to watch 2 episodes. Maybe you enjoy, maybe you hate it, I really don't know. But you have seen this series, how you felt about it? Because to me, I really did enjoy it. I don't think it's perfect, but I did enjoy it. I feel Harry the Spy works better in a animated series than anything else, because the book, how it's written and how it's structured, makes more sense to make it more like episodic than a long movie kind of trial, because it really fits super well in a TV format. You really get to understand the idea of Harriet and what they're trying to show, how to sort of open your eyes to different things to become a better writer, or at least a better person from Harriet, because she's still sort of growing up, understanding different things. All of that, I did enjoy it. In fact, I have one question. Do you like this series? Do you like this new animated series? Do you actually see it? Or even what's interesting seeing this series? Tell me down below, let me know. I really got nothing else to say. Just thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.